So it's been a month in New York City. I've been wanting to move here for a few months, and I finally did it. I've been very happy with this adventure. I've been settling in from moving from California and adapting to this new city. First, here's what I've been up to with my vlog. I just reached Newark, and I'm on my way to New York. I checked into the Moxie East Village, a hip hotel in East Village. I stayed in the hotel for a week while searching for apartments. It was so exciting to eat hot pot after a long day of traveling. The best thing about the hotel is that there's free breakfast, so you can easily go on your way. I explored over 20 apartments in Manhattan, while also managing my day-to-day work as a data analyst. Taking a break from apartment searching, I checked out a speakeasy and got late-night pizza. Another day, another good meal, and dessert. Just watering my potted plant cake. For work, I learned how to use a new dataset for my project, which involves understanding the data dictionary. I also asked data engineers some of the questions that I had about the dataset. Breakfast at the Moxie. I worked on writing the analysis plan and started to pull the data in Google BigQuery, which requires data cleaning and feature engineering. I also recently enrolled in a weekly mindfulness class. I'm at Prince Tea House about to try the Earl Grey Milk Crepe and also a fruit toast. There's snow! Today is the day we move into our new apartment! Goodbye to the hotel and hello to the new apartment. Sadly, the bed hasn't arrived, so we have the air mattress. I had risotto for dinner with some college friends and got banana bread pudding. There's so many speakeasies to discover in New York. This one was hidden behind a telephone booth. Another weekend over and back to work. A common SQL function to use is dateDiff. It can help you find the amount of months between two dates, or even the amount of days between two dates. There are plenty of SQL resources online. It's 6 degrees right now, and I'm on my way to Paper Coffee. I'm going to meet a Bumble BFF friend for the first time. It's freezing right now. This is what single digits feels like. Bumble BFF meetup was really fun. I actually had a lot in common with the person I met, and we found out we actually live in the same building. Afterwards, I went to lunch at Tonshin. I'm really excited to try their ramen and their rice balls. The food was pretty delicious. Afterwards, I headed to the library. Going into the public library so I can get my culture pass. If you get a culture pass, you can go to museums in New York for free, but you have to be a resident. I got my new library card and also bought a souvenir. I checked out this new restaurant in K-Town. The galbijim and cold noodles were amazing, and headed over next door to a speakeasy. Exploring the city and getting food and dessert is such a fun activity on the weekends. I even popped in Economy Candy, New York's oldest candy shop. Supermoon Bakery is known for their cruffins, a croissant muffin. Back to the apartment to continue building all the furniture. Sometimes I wake up to seagulls tapping on my window. It's a Monday, so I'm headed to work. I met up with my coworker, who's a business analyst, to determine why numbers were not aligning with what we've seen in the past. And now our living room is complete. The nesting tables and a new living room light. I decided to go to Upper West Side to see a comedy show. I'm hoping to go to more live shows during my time in New York. On my way to my first ever ever boxing lesson. My first boxing lesson complete. It was super fun and I was really tired. It's a lot of push-ups. I learned how to do the different jabs and now I'm walking home. We have our TV and the makeshift couch. Not a real New York bagel, but this will do. On the Friday, I worked on analyzing what different comorbidities patients have. Got a convenient shoe bench and replaced the air mattress. Looking for decorations for my apartment, I went to a poster shop. I couldn't decide what book to get, so I went with the surprise book. I met up with some of my college friends from Dragon Boat to get some lunch. New York even has a Nintendo store. A return to the apartment means building more furniture. Got brunch at a cute coffee shop and went on a journey to Trader Joe's in search of delicious chips for a Super Bowl party. In New York, it's common to make reservations for popular restaurants like Sood. Definitely was worth the wait. This work week, I focused on writing an analysis paper to disseminate findings. Working in the lounge on a Friday. Added some data visualizations and sent to my manager. It's the weekend. Today, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop to meet up a friend, and then afterwards, my apartment building is hosting a HIIT class. Afterwards, they're gonna have some green juice and a breakfast bar. Definitely gonna get warm coffee. It's so cold. About to go work out. It was cool to meet people in my apartment building and grab a free breakfast. Fun at the HIIT class, and now we're having bagels and juice. I took the subway to Raku. It has amazing udon. I walked around Soho and saw long lines for pop-ups. And stopped by Lady Wong for Southeast Asian pastries. Truffle edamame dumplings and truffle mac and cheese were amazing at Thursday Kitchen, ending the weekend with a stroll at Central Park. As you can see, I've been enjoying the sights and food of New York City, but I've also continued working as a senior data analyst, working remotely for a mental health tech company. It's been nice not having to adjust to a new job while moving to a new place, so I'm thankful for my job as a constant. One of my realizations is that it helps to build routines while you're in the chaos of moving. With my 9 to 5, I also continued to gym and journal. Journaling allows me to write daily reflections and process the changes that happen with a move. Moving can be stressful, but building your routines can help you integrate yourself into your new life. New experiences. While I am keeping things consistent, like my job, journaling, and gymming, I have been challenging myself to do new things, like boxing. I get 16 exercise credits from work per month, so I'm deciding to use them on boxing lessons. There were so many people in the class, but after the instructor told the group of the different combinations of punches they should do, he came to me and taught me the stance and the different jabs. It was my first ever time boxing, and it felt empowering. I'm excited to go back. I've also heard of Barry's Boot Camp, which is a high-intensity workout involving running and weights. I'm excited to feel the burn. While I'm here in New York, I really want to experience everything that Manhattan has to offer. This past Monday, I went to a comedy show at Art House in Upper West Side. I was surprised that it was a small, intimate setting, kind of like the comedians were performing in a living room. I did laugh at the jokes, so it was a great start to my week. I just love how there's so much to do in New York. There's also so many people to meet. One of the biggest changes from moving from California is that I need to make new friends. I am lucky to have some college friends here, so I can enjoy going to new places with them. But I have also challenged myself to go on Bumble BFF to make new friends. My first Bumble BFF hangout was at a coffee shop nearby, and it turns out that we live in the same exact apartment building. What are the odds? It was a great start to making new friends. My next Bumble BFF hangout was at a Korean restaurant in K-Town. She was nice and moved here recently, just like me, but I felt like we didn't have enough in common. And that's okay. You won't click with everyone you meet. So I also met someone at a coffee shop And it was really cool because she has lived in New Jersey all of her life, while I've lived in California for all of mine. I hope that I can continue these friendships, but I know that it does take time to find people you really click with. Meeting people can get expensive, especially when you're meeting up for meals. And even my coffee this morning cost $10. That's why I sometimes suggest going on walks, like in Central Park, or walking around flea markets. I even went to my apartment's fitness class, and I even made a friend in the building. Making friends can be hard, but it helps to put yourself out there. It's all just part of the process of moving. People ask me, what is the main difference from California? I've noticed that everything is much more expensive than California. I'm hoping to go to more free events, and I also got my New York Public Library card so that I can get my Culture Pass. Culture Pass is for New York residents, where you can reserve passes to museums across New York online. Get to see popular museums like the MoMA, the Guggenheim, and the Botanical Gardens. Even though one of my goals this year is to become Yelp Elite by writing a lot of reviews for restaurants I try, I still want to save money and try to cook at home. So I'm still trying to limit the amount I go out to eat. While I want to experience New York, I also want to save wisely. This means embracing walking in Brooklyn and strolling on the High Line. Free activities. One of the biggest culture shocks is that it is different from California because there's just so many people here. It takes a little bit of time to get used to weaving around people and hearing constant honking. One thing I like is the convenience of the subway. It's easy to get around everywhere. What took some getting used to is the weather. It is so cold here. But I was surprised that in late January, I still have not experienced any snow since coming here. I've experienced some flurries, but nothing very drastic. However, I do have to bundle up to go outside. Moving and getting used to New York has been a challenge, but it's also brought me a lot of joy. With this move, I'm keeping an open mind of all the people that I meet and the new experiences that I want to try. Definitely a change from California, but maybe a change is what I need. So here's to more adventures in New York.